Did you just update to Windows Sequoia, and are you having issues with the new window snapping logic? In this video, I'm going to talk about that. So there's this new feature where you can like click on the background and it can hide and show. I turned this off because I found it a little bit obnoxious, mainly because I instinctively click on things, and so I was like clicking in the open areas. So I'm trying to determine like if I want to keep these on, if I should try and embrace it. I had an interview this past week where, hey, I'm Paul Solt from Super Easy Apps, and I want to talk to you about the new Sequoia feature that allows you to tile your windows on your desktop. Let's learn all about it in this video. I was trying to set up the interview. I was moving windows around. I've got multiple monitors, and my window just totally disappeared. I could not see the interviewers. I could not see the text chat where they were sending me some links that I had to click on, and it was a complete fail whale. So I turned it off after that, but I'm wondering like maybe this is useful. There's some cool things in here that I'm not really considering, where I can sort of tile these different things in different ways. Sometimes it offers the suggestion. I think I have to hold the okay, so this is how this one works. If I hold the Option key, I can just sort of throw a window to a side, which is really convenient. And then what I didn't realize, not every window is going to work. So like a window like this does not. Oh, and I did something different here. Not sure why that went away. Oh, this can fill that space. So some apps cannot stretch out. And then there's this like little, this is the cool thing. I'm not a big fan of this gap, but if there's an easy way to resize, that's kind of cool. This doesn't work for settings because settings has a max width. But if we grab freeform, let's open up freeform. Let's do a new freeform. And then if I want to put this here, we can just place it on top. Settings, I could just like sort of pull out. We don't need to keep that there. And now if I hover over, this is what I just learned, is that you have this. Now this is really sweet. So that's super cool. The other thing to keep in mind with this, and so then you can like, whoa, I didn't know it would do that. So now there's no gap. And then the gap comes back. So I clicked here, and then it looks like I clicked on the shadow. So I'm not exactly sure what the point of the gap is. Like, I think it's so you can get to your desktop pretty easily. So maybe that's a good thing. I'm on the fence, but holding the Option key and just sort of dragging a window around allows you to choose one or the other. I don't know if there's any other customization here. If I drag to a corner and drag to the other screen. So my real issue is I dragged the window to my second monitor, and that made it really big. And it was a problem. So if you drag up a little bit, you can go full screen. If you drag up further, you can switch to the different spaces. So I'm kind of on the fence of how I want to use this. It is kind of nice to really just scale things. And if I can just do this, and then if I'm just dragging a window around and I hold the Option key and I can select that, that's a cool feature I didn't know worked. I had issues, and this could be a multi-monitor issue, is I moved Windows to my other monitor, and it was grabbing it and dragging it around really weird, and then it totally went off screen. I've got a large portrait 5K display, and then I've got a 5K Thunderbolt display in front of me, and so that became problematic. How can I get this to snap? So this is going to snap on top, but if I want it to like snap here, you'll notice that I can just sort of like drag it to here, and it's not associated with that window right now. Maybe I need another window to make this work. It's not giving me that control again. I might need to just use the Option key to tile it, and then that will give it back so that I then have this control. That's awesome. So the other option is we have some full screen options that allow us to do similar stuff. People were saying that this is because Microsoft patent has expired, that this feature came out. But the Microsoft patent I looked at, that they linked to was was totally not expired. So there is this thread talking about this patent being expired, but if you look at the actual patent, the patent is not expired. So I'm not sure like where they're coming up for this, because this was renewed, and we can see it's through 2034, and this is exactly this type of window management of like dragging things around. Now, there's other ones that Microsoft has that I think did expire, but this one's totally active. So I don't buy that that's entirely true. And what it could be is that Apple's just paying a licensing fee. Like we don't know what they're doing in order to implement this feature. Okay, so I'm on the fence if I like this more, but I think this split using the option key where you can just sort of snap it. Whoa. Oh, that's that size. I have to grab the window. Sorry. Grab the window, hold option, and now you can split on either side. So here I could be like, no, I kind of want it on top. I can grab a different window like marked. I open up a recent. Let's open up my syllabus. Drag this, hold the option key, plop it down, and then I can just resize this. So if I don't need as much for this, I can just sort of expand it. So this is all featured in the, if we scroll down, Apple calls it easy window tiling. So drag windows to the edge of your screen to effortlessly arrange them side by side on your desktop or place them in the corners to keep more apps in view. So another thing you might want to do is drag them to the corner. It's going to suggest this. We drag this one to the corner. It's going to suggest that one. We drag freeform to a corner. I went off screen there. Let's see. There we go. And then if I grab one more app, let's grab Xcode. Got an Xcode app. I'll drag this to this bottom corner. This is a little impractical in my opinion for Xcode. Can't see anything. Let's zoom out. Now we can see the app, and so then we can deal with these different windows and so interact with them. And let's say, can I resize all four at the same time? So that might just be a two-window thing. I'm not seeing any of those guides. So let's fix that. Let's hold the option key, expand this one, and let's get our notes out and say we want to do these side by side. Now I don't have to be as zoomed out for my iPhone preview. I can interact with this, play around with adding elements on the screen, hit that new Buy Now button. And can I draw anything? No, it's just selection. I think I need my iPad pencil. I haven't really played with Freeform much. So that's Windows management. Now, what else can we do with this? So the cool thing is, there's a bunch of keyboard shortcuts. So once you learn some of these keyboard shortcuts, you can start moving windows side by side. This is the function key, which is now on the new latest keyboards, is this key right down here. It's got that world icon. So this plus your control key plus the arrows allows you to quickly move things around. So now I can go whoop, whoop, and then I can select my other app, and let's like switch sides. We can just shift those two around. If I want them to go up, I can do this split. If I want to go horizontal, using the world key or function key control and then up and down arrows. So that's super cool. If I throw in the option key, nothing happens yet. I think I have to hit shift. And now this one's really cool. So what I'm doing here is I'm arranging the top three applications. So if we look at this, there's this arrange option. When I put the option key, that allows me to do quarters in addition. So I can do 3 apps instead of 2 apps. If I just do option, this should allow me to do, yeah, it's doing some additional splits. It's hard to see. That's a really low contrast on that secondary windows. So what's really cool is the left and right. So it's going to be Control, Shift, World, Left. Let's exit that menu. I should probably just take a screenshot of that so I can actually see what these are. Let's do that. It's move and resize, and we're looking at these options down here. Oops, wrong keyboard shortcut, but make do. I lost it. Okay, so if I go into my desktop, nope, that's not me. I have a lot of screens. Okay, so let's tile this right there. And we can zoom in and see what those keyboard shortcuts are going to be. So they're right here, and then we could also even crop this. So if we just select this, I could have done this in the actual screenshot, but it kind of messed up. So here we see that we can resize this. So if I want Expo to take up more space, and let's say I have a design I want to have over here, that's great. So these left and right, it's going to be that control, world, shift, left arrow, and it's going to move two apps. So if I just do left and right, it's going to flip flop which side they're on. If I do up and bottom, it's going to put the top most used apps. So whatever's in the foreground is going to switch them. Now, if I throw in the Alt key, now we get three apps to play around with. And so I can just sort of swish them around just like that. So that's super cool. And now clicking here, the challenge is if you can't see your desktop, like clicking that empty space, I don't know if there's a good way. Like I typically click right to the left of the menu bar. I might leave that feature on. So let's talk about these settings. Like if you're having issues, I had issues where some of the windows were just getting super wonky, and would mess up. So to fix that, we're going to go into settings. Let's just hide everything else and just take a look at this. If you don't like that gap, and I'm not sure if I like that gap, there is a way to disable the gap, and there's also a way to disable the show item. So if you don't like clicking here to show the desktop, that is going to be a setting in here, and it's click wallpaper to reveal desktop. So if you change this to only in Stage Manager, and if you don't use Stage Manager, then that feature goes away. The problem is when I've turned that off in the past, I couldn't right click. Well, to fix right click, you have to make sure that you don't hide. There's an option in here to hide app icons, hide your desktop. Where did it go? Let's keep searching. Somewhere in here. It's really hard for me to see this stuff. I don't know why. I feel like the order has changed, but show items on desktop. So if this is disabled, you can't right click because it's got like a fake layer on top of your desktop, which I find is like stifling because I need to right click to do certain actions that I just have muscle memory for. So I still show those. I do have screen flow. So if I want to hide the icons for a video, I can do that. Then I again don't have background click on the right click, but that's okay for some videos as long as I know I can disable it. It just wasn't clear that that was doing the same sort of thing. And then down here, we're going to see our windows. And this is where if like you don't like those margins, you can disable that. So if I can show all, whoa. And we just grab some of these windows. Where did Xcode go? And we'll just see if we can throw that over here. Now, when you do that, tiled windows have margins. You'll see that it'll squish them or it won't squish them. Now, what I don't know, and let's test this real quick. So once I do that, does that break? If I grab this and make this take this full, and then, nope, not that. Either one of these. Let's grab this, hold here, drop it. Okay, I can resize. I wasn't seeing this, but I think it's because I had a three-way split. So I kind of like this better. The only downside is if you get rid of that margin, there's a 1 pixel drop shadow at the very top of the menu bar that I found annoying with a high detail background. So if you have a high detail background like the new Sequoia, what you'll see is some of that bleeding through, and like right here under the Wi-Fi icon and this, like it was really bothering me. I just didn't like seeing that. And so I had to revert to using a dark desktop or something else that didn't look as contrasty at that top. I think it was those bright colors that really accentuated it and made it look bad. So an alternative was to use Middle East as a background. And that way I'm looking at the world. And I've got black at the top. So it's not distracting for my eyes. I just see the highlight at the very top. And so having, if it was a recent, it looks like it has to be a recently tiled window for this resize to work. So it's not always visible if you're like multitasking. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But I really like that you've got these keyboard shortcuts. I think that's key for this feature. Now I want to talk about 3 alternatives in the next video. So I'm going to do another video about this if you don't like the default behavior. If we just jump back right into the setting that we were looking at, we were in desktop and dock. If you do not like how it's behaving, you can turn off the drag to the screen edges to tile. You can drag to the menu bar. You can turn that off so dragging up doesn't tile. And then you can turn off this, hold the option key to dragging to tile. And then that's the tiled one has margins. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about 3 different alternatives that you can use to control windowing in different ways. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you learned something, and I will see you in the next video.